round.
Okay, don't worry.
Finished.
It's still 1 minute before we get to 6 p.m. So we should be okay. Hang on, it's not 6 p.m. yet.
I'm ready with the logo.
You know, we are live, so
Yeah.
we just have to get it all right.
It's inte bra så.
Oh, well, yeah. We'll see what happens. We are prepared. So, hi everyone!
Hi! Sit in it for a bit.
And welcome to Sit in It for a Bit live with ARNE CARLOS. And we are, as always, your hosts.
ARNE CARLOS.
And it's like clockwork. We came in a little bit earlier today, so we were here a minute earlier. And at 6 o'clock, we see the comments start popping up, and it's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Hello.
Hi, everybody. It's so nice to be live again, to interact with all of you. Now, if you are watching this at another time than 6 p.m. Central European Summer Time on September 7th, then it's not live anymore. And we do get comments from people that comment that they missed the stream. But don't worry. You can always go back to our YouTube channel and you can watch it later on because it stays there forever.
Yeah.
So.
But then we won't see the comments.
Yeah.
Actually, do we see the comments?
Yeah, we do, but we don't interact anymore
No,
with
but
people.
yeah, that's what.
Yeah, that only happens between, for 15 minutes from 6 p.m. Central European Summertime, which is noon in Eastern Time. It's 10 o'clock in Mountain Time, 10 a.m. It's 9 a.m. in Pacific Time, 11 a.m. Central Time. So and in the UK, we're 1 hour ahead. So it's 5 o'clock right now. So, we've got somebody. We've got Janet Marsh from Nashville, Tennessee. Hello, Janet.
Hello. We're coming to Tennessee.
We are coming to Tennessee.
Looking for Dolly Parton.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing a Sit in It for a Bit live in Tennessee on November 18th. And hopefully we will meet you there in person, which will be a lot of fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, hope if we have internet connection.
Yeah, well, no. In Tennessee, we don't need an internet connection because we're there live.
We're there live, okay.
And she's in Tennessee,
yeah, so
we will
live.
be there.
We will be there.
So it's not live from here, it's going to be live in person, face to face.
I thought you talked about putting up the camera.
No, but she's in Tennessee, so she will probably join us for... Sure. Will you join us, by the way?
If we're
November 18th, please come and join us. It will be a lot of fun. So, but we've got lots of people here. We've got somebody from, Sally from Louisiana, and some people from Michigan. And Minnie is asking if we've heard about Dolly Parton's new dog line.
Yeah, I saw it. Anna wrote us and told us about it, but I saw it on her Instagram account. I think we're following the right Dolly Parton Instagram account.
We are, yeah.
Where she posts things like this.
Yeah, so, it's her personal. I'm gonna need to scooch in a little bit because.
So that was really cool. But I don't think we will buy a lot for Shreya. She doesn't like to wear clothes.
No, she hates wearing clothes.
She answered. She's agreeing.
Yeah, speaking of the devil.
Yeah. But she needs something in the winter, something warm, because she can be very cold in the winter. There's she doesn't have that thick fur.
Yeah.
So, and what happened, Carlos, this week?
Well, I got some fun. Well, this is last week. So anyway, in case you're new, this is Sit in It for a Bit, our podcast, our weekly podcast. It's on Wednesdays. It's not really a knitting podcast. It's a podcast about everything that we do. Today we will be talking quite a lot about knitting. Because we have some projects on the go. We'll do that later. And then we do Sit in It for a Bit hello when we are not traveling. Glynis Marsh is asking if we are at home. Yes.
We're
at home.
Front porch.
We're in our garden. Yeah, we're in our porch enjoying a beautiful Indian summer day. It's been lovely this week.
Actually, I saw that this one, the clematis, is flowering again.
Yeah.
On the other side.
It's fantastic.
Flowers. The second time this year.
Yeah, it's been quite amazing this year.
Maybe you think it's spring or something.
Yeah. A lot of stuff died in the garden because the winter was cray-cray. But the clematis is thriving and it's blooming for the second time, for the first time ever.
And we also have had a very strange thing with we have a bamboo plant in the garden. And this summer the bamboo has grown like crazy.
So somebody with a really long name that I didn't have time to read was asking if it was a clematis something, but I didn't have time to read. Yeah, it's the alpine clematis. It's called Alp clematis. It has very, very small purple flowers, and it blooms in abundance. But the flower is tiny. Usually blooms in May, but here early May. But here, because we're high up in the Scandinavian mountains, it blooms in June, like mid-June. So it's about a month.
Well, I saw a comment that in England they suffer because of the extreme heat. So
oh yeah.
We haven't had extreme heat, but it's been
warm,
and it hasn't been raining that much.
The issue was we had very high temperatures in April. We had like a full summer's day in April, and then a frost. So it killed a lot of our plants haven't survived. So the garden has not been at its best this year, except the clematis has been amazing. The peonies have been great. The bamboo has been great.
Yeah.
But anyway, we will post a video. Eric and PJ are coming this weekend. We're going to be filming our YouTubes for Sunday, and there's an update coming. Anyway, what I was going to say, I kind of lost my thread, but I'm back again, I think. It was that Sit in It for a Bit is, for the ones of you who don't know, it's a podcast about everything. We do it on Wednesdays. Usually, nowadays, we do it live from here. But when we're traveling, we do Sit in It for a Bit Hello, which we did last week. We were in Schuleholm Castle, so we were enjoying a day there after visiting my parents. And the day after, we traveled back home. And when we got home, I had this incredible surprise waiting for me. And you know, my dad, he's a very impatient driver, so he usually yells, you know, when somebody does something bad in traffic, he yells.
Do you do that now?
No, I don't. But he yells and he says, "Did you get your driver's license in the mail or what?" That's what he says. And Dad, if you're watching this, I got my driver's license in the mail. So,
but when we went to Sweden, you were driving illegally.
Yeah. Well, not really. So in Norway.
In a way, because you didn't have that.
No, I didn't have this.
You have the one, like what's it called?
Yeah. Okay. So let me explain it. In Norway, when you do your test, the theoretical test, they take your photo, and and you can obviously see I look like a thug. I was very nervous because of the tests, and the photo was pre-test, so. Yeah, I don't look very happy, but that's because I was nervous. Anyway, so when you do the test, they take your photo before the test. And then when you pass your driver's license, or you pass your test, the one where you sit in the car with the examiner, then they you get a digital driver's license. So you download an app, and in that app, you get your driver's license digitally, which is temporary until they mail this to you. And so you use your ID, like your regular ID, which I have one. And then if you get stopped by the police, you show your ID and your temporary digital driver's license. I suppose before digital era, it was a piece of paper. Nowadays, though, it's an app. And then it takes about 3 days for this to get into the mail. So
I could ask a question if you can smile on your picture. I don't think you can.
No. It's like a passport photo. You're not allowed to smile. You're not allowed to show your teeth. But listen, I was really nervous, and I was freaking out because I didn't want to fail the test. I'm very competitive, and you know, when I do something, I like to ace it. I'm a Virgo after all.
But now he drives alone to the grocery shops. It's like every day is like you forget something, so you have that excuse to drive. I think because. Yesterday you said you shouldn't go to the grocery store, and this morning you said, "Oh, you were missing something."
Yeah. Anyway, So anyway, I got my license in the mail, and while we were in Sweden, I was driving, and actually I was doing it illegally because I could only drive with a temporary license in Norway, and as soon as I went over to Sweden, I had to I must have my identity card, my driver's license in its physical form, and I didn't have it. But I was thinking, we've got people adoring my sweater. Thank you. I'm very proud of this sweater too. But anyway, I'll talk about it in a bit. Anyway, what I was gonna say was, in Sweden I drove illegally, but the police didn't stop me. But I passed my test, and now if we go back to Sweden, or when we go back to Sweden, I'll obviously bring my driver's license then. So yeah, people have been.
The comments go so quick.
Yeah, I know.
Something I knew.
So Arne, they've been commenting the sweater I'm wearing. It's kind of like a vest. It's an oversized vest actually. If I do this, you can see it's got a lot of volume on both sides, and it's part of our new collection for Rowan that is released. Well,
Soon.
It's already out.
It's out.
Yeah, you can go and get it in the stores already.
And it's coming.
Yeah, we're getting it on our website in a couple of days. There's been some delays. Unfortunately, it happens. So we wanted it to go online today, but yeah, somebody's commenting the driving illegally. Well, not really illegally. If the police would have stopped me in Sweden, I would have just said, "Oh my goodness, I think I forgot my driver's license at home, but I have a digital one." And then they would have probably said, "Yeah, but you
don't have those rules
in Sweden. It's not valid because this is a Norwegian driver's license. You need to have it physically." And then I'd say, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And then the police would probably say, "Okay, so you have to switch places with your partner, and then he can drive." And then I say, "Yeah, of course. And sorry, it will never happen again." Something like that. So I don't think it would have been that illegal. Anyway, yeah, this is Rowan.
Yeah.
And it's being released soon.
And we got 2 pieces. We also have this jacket with different patterns on the sleeve and the body. But this is
Yeah, it mirrors the vest.
Yeah, there is women's sizes, so they're a bit too narrow for us. But I started already.
Yep.
I'm making the
sleeve.
jacket,
Yeah.
a bigger one,
Yeah.
because I went to the, what do you call that, physiotherapist,
The physiotherapist.
with my tennis elbow this morning, and she said I had to do variations in my work. So now I'm doing this,
Yeah.
and I'm doing this.
Yeah. So
Maybe not so much variations.
So 2 projects.
She meant actually something instead of knitting.
Yeah.
But I went for 2 different.
Yeah. She probably says, do some knitting and then stop that and do some gardening.
Gardening.
You interpret it as do some knitting and then stop that and do some other knitting. Which is, yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is our new collection for Rowan. We've designed it. We've been into a lot of this very graphic patterns lately, like big, bold, colorful. And this was a perfect opportunity to launch the new colors that we have in the Rowan collection. The pink one is here, the vanilla, and then you've got the burgundy, which is on the sleeve of ARNE. I think this is the burgundy, no? No,
Yeah,
it's not.
It
No.
is.
It is?
Yeah.
So the burgundy and
That's
then
the
the
new
green, and then the
color.
green one is also new. This
The rest is old.
this green,
one.
yeah.
No, that's the old one.
Oh, okay. So this is the new one.
No, that's the same one.
Oh,
This is my old sweater, knitted from our measurements,
Yeah.
which is the old one.
Yeah, and this is a really cool one because I've always wanted this kind of oversized vest, which is kind of bigger. It's actually super easy to knit because it's 2 squares, and then you seam it together. Well, you do the ribbing on the collar, and you do the ribbing on here, and then you piece it together. It's super easy. And it's basically literally 2 squares that you put together. And I've always wanted to do that.
I saw a message from England. She's going to Lillehammer to the second-hand shops next week.
Ah.
Maybe you'll see us.
You never know. We don't live very far away from.
No,
from
we're always
Lillehammer.
looking for some good stuff.
Anyway, big bold patterns, and then Rowan sent us the collection, and this one fitted, so that's why I'm wearing it. It is oversized.
It's oversized, so you can wear it.
So I could wear it.
Remember the inspiration?
Yeah.
From the restaurant. We went to a restaurant in Lofoten, and they had like decorations in the restaurant, like old things, and among all the other old things, there were one jacket hanging on a hanger as decoration. It was in different grays and black and white, and that was the inspiration for the whole
collection. And then the colors were also taken in Lofoten.
Yeah, they came
we went to a museum.
Yeah, a museum where they had these fishnets.
They were handmade. They were so beautiful.
It was very beautiful.
I've never seen anything like it.
People love my shirt color.
I know.
I love it.
It's a gorgeous shirt.
I have so many.
And I think we're matching each other pretty well.
Yeah,
and there is probably no doubt in anybody's mind that we love color. I mean, look at us. We love color.
Yes, you do.
So yeah. Anyway, the museum in Lofoten had these handmade fisherman nets, fishing nets, and they were all dyed in different colors, like
Yeah,
reds and
that was
pinks
so beautiful.
and indigo blues. And it is, and yeah, it was so beautiful. And imagine, I mean, they were poor. The fishermen, they came there and they had a very hard and a very, very dangerous job. And they risked their life during the season, which is actually during the winter. It's the coldest months. It's December to February is the fishing season in Lofoten. And then they would risk their life, but still they would make time in the evening to just make the most beautiful fisherman nets ever.
Yeah.
So it's a great attention to detail that we love.
You should do a cookbook with your recipes.
Oh, or maybe I will.
I found the cookbook today because I've been cleaning a little bit in the other house because we're gonna film, and I found a book from my great grandmother, and it was written. What's it called? Those letters?
Gothic, yeah. This
Gothic.
is the Gothic font.
They even had some recipes on anchovies, which I don't eat.
Yeah.
So don't.
No anchovies for you. Somebody was asking if you could get closer to the camera.
Cookies book.
Somebody was asking if you could get closer to the camera so they could see your shirt.
It's like
Yeah.
birds. Where's the birds? There's a bird and some flowers. Small birds.
Yeah. Katie Freeman is saying that she's exactly like me in the kitchen, and Arne is exactly like her husband. And I have to say, I mean, people do ask me to relax more while we do our cooking episodes, but keep in mind, I do all the cooking here, and the kitchen is my domain, and I know where everything is, and I like it all to be put back in the same place.
Today I did some cooking.
Yeah, but that's because I went shopping. So
Yeah,
I went
What did I do? I did like aubergine pasta.
No, you
No.
did. No. It
What
was
did
not,
I do?
It was zucchini.
Zucchini pasta.
Yeah.
I just used the one you use to peel your potatoes, and I peeled the zucchini.
Yeah.
I prepared the pasta.
I gave Arne clear instructions because I said to Arne, I have to go shopping for groceries. Arne hates shopping for groceries.
It's so boring.
And for 20 years, he's had to drive me to do grocery shopping. But dynamics are changing. So now I go and I do all the grocery shopping, and then he can just do whatever he wants here. So I gave him well, not everything he wants, because I gave him instructions. Take the zucchini and then make pasta or spaghetti out of it. And when I came home, it was there. It was done. And I just heated it up, and I added some pine
I know
nuts
how to do.
and some basil and some olive oil, and I put it in the pan, and it was delicious. Oh, Parmesan cheese, of course. It was yummy. So yeah, the dynamics have been changing, and things are kind of new now because of the driver's license. One of the things I've noticed, Arne, and I think maybe you have too, I have to not move that much because I get the sun on my forehead, is that even Freya is realizing dynamics have changed.
Yeah.
Because today, as I was preparing to leave, I got the car keys, and as I was leaving, she looked very confused. She was looking at me like, what's
She's not
going
used
on
to
here?
you going away alone.
And taking the car keys.
No. So,
So,
and was it last night? We went down to the garage to pick up the Beetle because they called us and said now it's finished. They have changed the clutch,
Yeah.
and you drove me down, so I could take the Beetle up.
So I drove Arne down. It's
It's down the hill.
It's very downhill. So I drove him down, and then he drove the Beetle back up, and I drove the other car.
And
back
this
up.
morning I tried to start the Beetle and it was dead.
Yeah.
So on Friday we have a guy from the garage. He will come up and he will look at it in our garage. I was so disappointed this morning.
Yeah.
I was so ready for.
And I was
a
ready to
Beetle
go
trip.
grocery shopping while Arne was at the physiotherapist, but then he had to take the car and I had to wait. But then I went and I did all my errands and I bought the groceries, and I even went to a store where I've never been before. Well, I have been, but I never shopped there before because this is Arne's domain. Arne told me to buy glue in these sticks, which is my domain kind of, but I never go into that particular store. But then I needed to buy an outlet for a lamp, electrical outlet, and some of those bags that you suck out all the air from. So I had to go into this store. It's called Bil Tema in Norwegian, and it has to do with cars. And I walk in there and I look around and I kind of thought, oh, this is going to take a long time. I spent a long time looking for, yeah, vacuum bags. That's it. Thank you, Minnie, for telling me. So I spent a long time, and the thing that I was looking, the thing that took me the longest to locate were the glues, the glue. And I was supposed to buy 3, and it took me like forever. And then finally I got it, and I was so happy. I put everything on the counter, and I paid. And then he asked me for if I wanted a bag, and I realized I forgot our tote bags in the car, so I had to get a bag from there. I'm just not very happy about that. And then I put everything, and I left.
It was a paper bag.
It was a paper bag at
bag.
least.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I get home, I realized I forgot the 3 glue sticks, the ones that I spent the most time looking for. They ended up in the counter. I left them there.
So now we're out of glue.
We're out of glue, but I asked Arne to call the guy. His name was Simon. Actually, I said to Arne, his name is Simon, because that's how you pronounce it in Norwegian. But apparently it wasn't. It was Simon, he said, when you asked for him.
What's
right?
an outlet for a lamp? Is that the wrong word?
So the cable.
The cable. And
the cable. You know, the one you plug in.
The one you plug in.
Is that an outlet? What is it called? A plug?
Plug? No, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway,
Stick contact.
In Norwegian, it's a stick contact.
Stick contact.
A plug. A plug. Let's
Nice
say
stick
plug.
contact. No, that's on the wall. What's that called in Norwegian?
What?
What's it called in Norwegian?
The plug. Plug.
Plug.
Yeah, plug. Cord. Well, the cord and the plug. Can't you say outlet? Like the
that's
electrical.
Like for clothes and stuff.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
No.
Anyway.
But it was an old lamp from a thrift store, because Carlos has now black belt in shopping.
I've been inspired.
So he found a really nice lamp, and it the stick contact, the thing,
yeah,
was
plug.
It was wrong because
the cord with the plug.
Yeah, because we need to have something.
Oh, I wasn't too wrong. The outlet is what you plug it into.
Oh, the outlet we have.
Yeah.
So is the one you plug in the outlet that was wrong, because it needs to have something special.
Correct. So the outlet is in the wall, and then you plug it with that, and that's the one I bought. So the plug, but it was actually attached to a cord. Oh, and I bought a switch as well.
Yeah, and
so,
I'm fixing it now.
Oh, and then I got another one. One that you can. No, not an extension cord. The lamp is old. We need to rewire it.
You have to put in a new wire.
It's a plug. It's a plug with a cord and a switch. And I remember to bring all of that home, but the 3 glue sticks are still there. And Simon said that he'll keep them in the register, and we'll.
I think you have to pick them up.
Pick it up. Oh, a lot of people asking about this. So normally, yes, there is a cord attached to the lamp. However, this is a very old lamp, and the cord is wrong. It's not.
It's like the cord.
It's not this cord. It's an old cord from the 50s, so it has to be removed because it's dangerous. And also
because we say in Norway, this outlet has to be jorda, earth, connected to the earth.
Something.
And jording.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, if it's an old one, it's just round with not these tracks on the sides. You can't get it in. Adapter.
No, it's the cord. Anyway, it's a beautiful lamp. It's very old. It's probably.
We had lamps we bought in England, and we had to buy adapters.
Yeah, adapters
because in England it's a different.
But for this lamp, this is a 70-year-old lamp with a cord that does not work anymore. So what?
Yeah, you bought the lamp kit.
The what?
A lamp.
Yeah. So what we needed to do was remove the original cord and rewire it with a new cord.
And it has to be grounded.
The plug has to be grounded. So now that's wow. A podcast about knitting, and we're talking about the hardware store and the electricity. So it's go figure. It's fun, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So, but I have to say, I want to show this.
Okay, so we're not talking about plugs anymore.
No, because we posted did we post it on Instagram?
The what?
When we went thrift shopping, and I found a pile of these magazines. Look, I got them home. Look at this.
Yeah, we posted this on Instagram. We've been visiting some really good thrift shops lately.
And this is from 1920. a whole pile of magazines from 1920. And the cool thing is that they have things like this. This is great fun in the 1920s. And they also have like patterns for crocheting and a lot of cool stuff. And can I show this now?
Yeah.
Because my scrapbook is getting more and more thick because a lot of stuff, I can't cut the magazines, so it goes into this, but I take photocopies. And I can show you what people found very funny in 1920. That's 102 years ago.
Yeah. So,
So
you have to show what you've created in your book.
wait, so look.
Well, wait, look, first, so there's a little something here, and then with a pocket in it, in the book.
It's a gift bag from our friends from the garden Thrift. So it's getting so full. So this is like pieces of a house, and
Something's dusty here. It's not COVID, I promise.
and then the idea is like you can put these things together and make different houses. But there's also a picture of how you should do it. So this is not, it's not like a puzzle.
No.
It's all in the magazine. You just have to glue this on carton.
Yeah, the jigsaw. Jillian says it's a jigsaw. It's absolutely that.
Yeah, kind of. But this is carton. What's that in cardboard?
Cardboard, yeah.
Cardboard.
Okay, Arne, so we're live, and you know, when we're live, there's some unpredictable things. I would suggest that we move back a little bit and we move the camera.
What happened?
No, it's just that the sun. So this is what happens when you're live and when you are outdoors. So anyway, it's better now. Oh, much better. Much better.
But I'm working through those old magazines now, and it's really fun. And my book is growing like crazy. And I also got some nice paper dolls when we went to Sweden, and I have been gluing them on cardboard because they almost broke.
I like this.
Well, this is things we like to put in the book. So when you open this one, it's like a pop-up book, a little village,
very nice.
A house in the there's house in the trees and
cute
in the forest. So this is so fun, and I have to show one cute paper doll. Look at this little kid.
Oh, that's adorable.
Uh,
You didn't show this one to me before.
No, didn't. Oh, maybe I didn't. And then you can have this nice clothes.
And somebody was commenting that the lady in the magazine is wearing your grandmother's.
Yeah, that's the Sattestad.
Yeah,
This is the one I got from Gary.
That's Gary's.
So thank you, Gary. Look. Oh.
Very cute.
It's okay. Now I know I'm a bit childish.
Yeah.
I love these things, but I think it's so fun to put it in my book. And there's one more thing, and then I shall
It's very
stop.
cute. No,
I have
no,
something here
don't
which is
stop. It's very cute.
Very
everything.
cool. It's
These magazines have really inspired Arne, that's for sure.
so look at this. This is from one of the old magazines. This is great fun from 1920s, and you should move them like this. So oh,
That's a lot of fun.
Look. That's so cool. It's so many of these things in these old magazines.
Yeah, and this is what they did before Nintendo and Netflix.
And this is from 1920s, and I'm getting a little bit confused now. Am I that old, or did we have those magazines when I was a kid, or did they do this also in the 60s?
You weren't born in 1920.
I know.
So you would
because when my grandmother, she had those magazines, and when she was finished reading the magazines, I got all the paper dolls that was in the magazines. Like this is from those magazines.
So those are yours from your mother?
No, this is from a thrift shop in Sweden.
Oh yeah.
But this is what I had when I was a kid. But I think this one is from the 40s or 50s. So those magazines, they had those for a long time. So I'm going back to my childhood.
Yeah.
So it's so cool.
Yeah, Jean Sauvage says she loves the 1920s aesthetics.
Yeah, it's very nice. I love it.
Yeah.
And also
Gillian
found,
says she was born in the 60s and she had those paper dolls. And,
yeah, so
in
it's
the
the
UK.
same as we had in Norway.
Yeah.
So, but I also found some jigs. What's it called? Jigsaw? Is that-
Jigsaw puzzles?
No, yeah, the saw.
Oh, the saw.
I
yeah.
ordered the saw because I found patterns for furniture for the dollhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do furniture for the dollhouse. I will show you when I get there.
Yeah.
So I ordered the saw on the internet, and it's coming soon.
Yeah, very cool. I was reading some
Jigsaw.
comments while
The
you were
jigsaw.
explaining. People also mentioning the beautiful light we have right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, weather's nice. It's warm-ish. It's about I don't know what 16, 17 degrees Celsius.
It's 18 in the shadow.
Oh, okay, 18 degrees Celsius in the shade.
In the shade.
I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit because it doesn't make any sense to us, but it's probably not more than 70,
Yeah.
I would say. And the air right now at this time of the year is very crisp and fresh because we're on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
So it's lovely to breathe the air here during fall. A couple of days ago, we were sitting indoors in front of the fireplace because the weather was cold. There was no sun. Oh, Jean Sauvage says it's 65 Fahrenheit.
And I saw someone ask about the jigsaw, the saw thing. It's hand sawing. I don't buy the electric
hand
one
saw,
because maybe it's the fast I'm going through. Maybe next week I don't care so much about it anymore. Or in a month, so it's easier to do them. It's cheaper.
I look forward to helping you make all the new furniture for the dollhouse.
Did you see the big wood thing I bought?
I
It's
did.
enormous. It's in the storage house. I
Yeah.
can do so many things for the dollhouse.
A lot of people asking if we're going to go to Dollywood when we are in Nashville. We haven't decided yet. We don't know. We do have, I believe we have a day off in Nashville. And then we'll have to decide whether we want to see the city, Nashville, or whether we want to go to Dollywood. I don't think we can do both, probably, in one day.
Yeah.
So we haven't decided yet. It's undecided, but we will let you know once we decide.
We will post picture here.
Yeah, a lot of people telling us that it's 66 Fahrenheit.
66 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But this morning it was very cold. I heard on the radio that somewhere in the area it was -6.
Yeah.
That's cold. And we haven't had that cold, I think, because we haven't had frost on anything. There's hardly no autumn colors on the plants. So we still have some summer. So
Yeah, so David Hensley is saying that Dollywood is a 5-hour drive from Nashville, which is pretty far. So that's 10 hours in one day. Probably we won't be going to Dollywood this
you never
time.
know. No, maybe not.
And some people didn't know we're going to Nashville. Yes, we are. We are going to Nashville. And there's still tickets left for Sit In It for a Bit live in Nashville, but not live like this on YouTube. It's live. You actually come to a venue and get to meet us, and we do a Sit In It for a Bit live. 18th of November in Nashville. If you're interested, get in touch through our website at arnecarlos.com, and we will direct you to the ticket sales. Should be good. I hope. So yeah, definitely going there. We've heard Nashville's a nice day. Unfortunately, Marcia's saying we should spend a few days. Unfortunately, there's no time. We are on tour and busy traveling and doing work, so we won't be able to do more than one day.
How much time?
Nashville.
Well, only one day.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So
But hey,
have to come back.
maybe we'll run into Dolly because she lives in Nashville. She doesn't live in Dollywood. She lives in Nashville.
No, Dollywood is a park.
Yeah, so we
Or
might
maybe she has a house there. You never know.
we might meet her, and
So-
then you never know. But yeah. So yeah, that's the way. it
But we're not
is.
going to see Dolly. We're going to meet the knitters.
Yeah, we're there for knitters, not for Dolly. Although if
But
we
if
do,
we have some free time, we will go and look for vinyl records.
yeah, and if we do meet her, it would be an added bonus. It would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, still lots of people commenting on my vest that we've designed for Rowan. The pattern is going to be available in our web shop within a couple of days. I wanted it to be available today, didn't work out. However, guys, we did post 2 new patterns today. There's a wrist warmer, which is in lace, a super easy lace pattern that we recommend new beginners. If you wanna knit something fun but easy, you can do that pattern. And we have actually posted this year's Christmas stocking 2022 Selbu. It's come earlier than usual because people do want to complete it in time.
Yeah.
We can't show it here because we didn't knit it because of Arne's tennis elbow and my, the stuff that I had to do. We couldn't knit it here, but Shirley, our dear friend Shirley in Seattle, helped us. She knit it for us and took the photos and emailed the photos to us. So if you want to see what this year's Christmas stocking looks like, go to our website at arnecarlos.com. And until next week, there's a discount if you want to buy the pattern. So enjoy that if Christmas stocking knitting is your thing.
Yeah.
So
we have ornaments coming also.
Ornaments coming,
They're
but
coming.
not quite yet.
Not yet.
We can't release everything at once. So
soon.
Soon, yeah.
So we have a lot of stuff coming, but soon.
Yeah.
So we have managed to do some things.
Yeah. And we got other fun things. Do you have your Blythe with you?
Oh, I was cleaning and I found a nice suitcase for the Blythe dolls. So this is from Thrift shop. It's actually a suitcase for camping.
It's very cute.
We have 2 of these. One for the car and this is for the Blythe.
Does this one have a nice interior, wallpapered interior kind of?
Not wallpaper, but it has like...
Yeah, it's kind
You
of...
can put stuff up there, and then I had started to collect all the Blythe stuff in this one because I found a lot of some of the trousers, and now I made a lot of Blythe doll trousers of leftover yarn in felted tweed. So this is one of the Blythes. Let me see. She has the sweater is it's too much sun. The sweater
take it back. There you go. Let me hold it.
This is wool with the glittery yarn from what's her name again?
Amy Blatt.
Amy Blythe.
Yeah, there you go.
We had those in our Christmas ball book, so I had a lot of leftover yarn from that.
Yeah, it's this kind of sparkly.
And the trouser is
There's a lot of sun here, but it's a sparkly yarn.
Yeah.
It's very cute.
And the trouser is felted tweed.
There you go.
This one has like a little bit of volume.
Oh, the sun's gone down. You can. No, it's not. Oh.
That's the problem. There's always sun around.
Yeah.
So this is the doll, and I also tried it on a Barbie. But you see, it's shorter. The Barbie doll has a different figure. The Blythe doll is shorter, but I can use the same pattern for the Barbie. Just add a little bit for the length of the feet. But I have to say, I prefer Blythe instead of Barbie. Because she's so cute, and you can change the eye.
Yeah.
Red eye.
Which is very freaky. If you
It's
ask
so
me.
cool.
I don't know.
And look at this. We went to a wig shop in Tokyo. This is her real hair. Not so nice, maybe. It's a bit flat.
Yeah,
I think you have been doing some hairstyling here.
No, I haven't. I haven't touched that. I think she's very freaky. Creepy, yeah.
Well, I've done a lot of knitting for Blythe because I think she's so cool.
Yeah, I like her.
And I can't get this one off.
And somebody says, "Ugh, of course you have an adorable suitcase for your Blythe dolls."
Of course.
From the thrift shop, of course.
And it's just for Blythe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just have to look through all the stuff and find all the clothes.
But we put them in the other house because I don't want her in the house when I'm sleeping. Because
Look at this. The hair is often very long. So this is her real color. But we went to this Blythe shop in Tokyo and we bought 3 wigs.
Yeah.
A blue one, a black one,
And a red one. No, not a black one. There's a red one. There's
a
a
red,
blue one.
red one,
a red
and
one.
a blue one.
Yeah.
I think.
A blue one.
I found a white one.
Yeah. A blue one, a white one, and there's a red one.
Yes. And this is like an old Blythe that we got from a friend in Tokyo. So I
was
like
a gift.
a gift. I like this one the best because I also have. I have to say because you're not so. You think she's spooky. This is a fabric made, the newer one.
Factory made.
Factory made, and this one is like the disco Barbie. She can move her feet and everything like in every direction. And she has a sweater of felted tweed and a trouser of felted tweed. She has nice hair.
Very nice. I saw somebody asking about me and if I've recovered from long COVID now. I saw a comment about that. I think I have pretty much. I did manage to take my driver's license test, both the written and the practical examination without any problems. I managed to study the book. And I am, as soon as I have a little bit more time, I'm going to do some reading. I'm going to bring a book with me to when we go on holiday in a couple of weeks, and bring a book to read on the plane.
But first we're going to the cruise.
Yeah.
The knitting cruise.
Yeah, so this weekend Eric and PJ are coming. Anna's not coming, but Eric and PJ are coming so that we can film our Sunday episodes. And then next week we got some stuff to do. And then on Friday we go to Bergen and board the ship, the Hurtigruten, for one of our knitting cruises. And then when we're done with that, we're going on vacation. So it'll be nice. So there's going to be a sit in it for a bit from home next week, but then the week after it's going to be a sit in it for a bit hello from Tromsø. And then the week after that is going to be a very quick sit in it for a bit hello from our holiday destination. So we won't tell you where we're going yet. You'll have to find out by tuning in to sit in it for a bit hello. And as we said before, the hello sit in it for a bit is going to be shorter. Last week was actually pretty long, a pretty long hello, but that's because we had our own. Oh, whoops.
That was a suitcase.
Yeah, that was a suitcase. Yeah. That's when we had the cottage at the castle we were staying in, so we could actually sit there forever. But when we are in Hurtigruten at 6 p.m. on the day, we're going to be doing sit in it for a bit hello. It's going to be when we are in Tromsø, and it's actually going to be when we start leaving port, and it's going to be half an hour before we have to go to dinner because we have a set time to eat. So it'll be a very short sit in it for a bit hello, and then from holiday, obviously, it'll be even shorter because then we actually want to do holiday stuff and not podcast stuff. But we did promise that we'd take you along, so we will take you along.
Find a nice location.
Yeah,
and do it.
So we won't tell you where we're going until we are on destination. Oh, and then there's been another decision. Arne has been taking some decisions.
What?
Well, it has to do with vests. You have taken some decisions.
I'm taking some decisions.
Some very important decisions.
Very important with the folk costume vest, because I've been trying to make Carlos' vest smaller one time. And
well, yeah, because I can't do that. I don't tailor the way Arne does. So
I think I don't do it anymore either, because I think it's so hard. And then I have to take it in even more, and I decided I have to take it up, all of it. I will take the whole thing apart, and I will start over again, and I will make a toile,
muslin.
or a muslin, or like a sample in cotton,
and then redo the vest.
And then I will redo the whole thing, because it's so much hassle, like back and forth.
And the problem is that we made our folk costumes during COVID, when we all gained a lot of weight, and I'm back to my old weight now.
Yeah, the COVID babies.
We had COVID babies. Yeah, we were pregnant with COVID babies, and so we gained weight. And I've delivered mine this summer. So has Arne. We've lost the weight that we had during COVID.
We delivered.
And I tried my folk costume on. Well, already in May, the vest was already too large. And so Arne tried sewing it in, but it just got this weird shape, and suddenly there's a crease here. And then I lost even more weight, so I'm back to my original weight, the one I've had for a long time.
And I have tried mine because I have this one.
Yeah. This one's friendly because it's supposed to be loose, right?
Yeah, this one can
But
be.
the other one needs to be
you
fitted.
can grow in it.
Yeah.
But
So, so what we have to take the vest apart and resew it again, and probably do the same with yours.
yeah, but I don't know yet.
And then we bought the other fabric. We had the tartan fabric that we were going to sew the second vest. And then Arne said, "There's no way we're going to be doing this because now we have to do this extra work with the other vest."
Yeah.
So he took the decision to send it to Marie,
In the
who works at the arts and crafts shop, and she is making our vests for us. We had already purchased the fabric. She's making it, and she had to recut everything. We went to take our measurements, and yeah, she had to recut the vest fabric because I had lost all that weight that I gained during COVID. So
I have to see. There's something.
yeah,
about
something about Dolly
Parton.
Parton. Of course, you have to see. So anyway, Marie is going to be sewing it, and then we went to this fabulous thrift store in a barn last Sunday or Saturday, and I want to go back there because there's lots of great
good
stuff there. Yeah. And so luckily now Marie sent me an SMS that my vest is ready for my fitting. So we're going to be going to fit the vest and go thrift shopping.
So maybe we see you who's in Lillehammer next week.
Yeah, maybe we'll see you. You never know. You never know.
But there's always some things you need. I feel that I need more suitcases right now.
Yeah.
Because there's so much I want to organize.
Yeah.
In the other house.
And I'm looking for old baskets to put firewood in. I like putting firewood in baskets nowadays and putting them next to the fireplace. And we've got 7 fires here, or fireplaces, not fireplaces, but stoves.
Stoves, 1 fireplace and 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5.
1 fireplace.
1 fireplace and 5 stoves.
Yeah.
So we need a lot of baskets.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I bought one, a really pretty small one, and that was like the first thing I saw. I've been training my eye now, with all the thrift shopping and
learning.
So I went straight to that basket and looked at it and made a mental note. And then I walked in because I'm quicker than Arne. And then I walked into the barn, and then Arne took it and brought it in and said, you have to bring it in if you're going to buy it, because he saw that I wanted it. And then when I left after paying, Arne paid, thank you. Yeah, and then I went to the car, and then I went in to take another look at that barn, and I saw like at least 2 more baskets.
So we have to go back.
Up, they were hanging, and so we have to go back and get them.
Yeah. And I got so much inspiration because this morning I was watching Kate in the last Homely House, and I saw the video from the quilting show,
the Festival of
Quilts, and she interviewed a guy called Chris, with a red curly beard. He was very cool. He did more like these crazy quilts, things that I really like, and also Brandon and Kate.
Yeah.
And she bought Kate's new book.
Yeah.
And I am ordering it.
Yeah, it looked really
now.
nice.
It looked, I really love the pictures. So I'm going to order it now, tonight.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. And then there was another one. There was a Cabinet of Curiosity.
Yeah, that's a beautiful book.
That
We
you
have
have to
some
order.
books that haven't arrived yet.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of books to show you when they arrive because they're beautiful.
Yeah. So everybody's mentioning Chris and how amazing he is and how they love their quilt.
Yeah, he was really cool. I really liked him. He was
very
cool.
talented. Yeah.
So,
and yes, for the latecomers that are asking about the sweater, this is part of the new Rowan collection that we've done, and we're posting the patterns. Hopefully, they will be posted tomorrow or on Friday. And yeah, Chris has fabulous, fabulous
liked
quilts.
his work.
So,
So thanks to Kate.
Yeah.
Who interviewed him and filmed.
Thanks for taking us back. We've actually been to that festival once. We were there in 2019 when we launched our collection, our first fabric collection that we designed. And
first and last.
Well, no. Well, for the time being.
For the time being.
We're going to be designing more fabrics. later. But that was the first time we ever went to that festival, which is amazing because we were thinking, we didn't know what to expect, but it was actually very beautiful, and the quilts were very well displayed as well, and a lot of very talented and I mean some great artists who have designed stunning quilts. So we definitely have to go back. We should definitely and
we hardly do that.
Yeah, and we should definitely go back to the Festival of Quilts. And in case you're wondering where it is, it's in Birmingham in the United Kingdom. And I presume I would assume that in the USA there is a similar festival of quilts.
Probably. It must be. That quilting is big in.
We've got Warren saying hello from Virginia. Hello, Warren.
Hello.
Nice to meet you here on our channel. Yeah, so there's lots of questions about the thrift shopping. So what do we do with all this stuff? That's a very good question.
We're building or we're renovating the other house.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff that we have in our house, we rotate it. We bring something in, we might take something out. We're on the lookout for different kinds of things that we want to buy, and when we find it, we will maybe replace it with a temporary object that we put in that particular place, I guess. Yeah. And then we buy on impulse, like the baskets. That was an impulse. I bought some new baskets in one of those, home furnishing stores, like cheap baskets. They're nice, but I'm happy now that I'm being able to replace those new baskets with some vintage ones.
But and if then you buy the vintage one, you're saving the environment.
Well, yeah, but we bought the new ones too. But the new ones, they go into the into our future studio, and then Arne will find a use for them. They're perfect for yarn. You could store a lot of yarn in a big basket.
And I love the suitcases.
Yeah.
The one that was falling over.
Cindy Millen writes that she hasn't been watching for a while, so thank you for coming back. We really appreciate it. And just Sitting In for a Bit is live now, so we can interact.
So anything happens.
Yeah.
Suddenly things fall down.
Yeah. Today we've had suitcases crashing down, and we had to move because of the sun. And when we figured out we were going to sit here, the sun wasn't on my forehead as it is now. So yeah, it is the way it is when we do live.
But I have some great plans with my old magazines, so I will show you later projects because this is fun. Yeah. I love this thing.
We've got Denise saying hello from Texas. Hello, Denise.
Hello.
Nice to have you here with us.
Hello.
And yeah, and Calgary as well, Alberta. Crocheting pumpkins because we're soon getting into not Thanksgiving, it's Halloween season. Well, Thanksgiving too, I guess.
Is pumpkins for Halloween or Thanksgiving?
Yeah, but
both.
Well, they carve the pumpkins for Halloween, but they have pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
We're very excited. This year we're going to be celebrating our very first Thanksgiving in the US. We are going to be touring in November, and we are taking a week off to spend with friends up in New Jersey and in New York, and we will be doing our very first Thanksgiving ever, and we're very excited about that because it's a lot of people say it's their favorite holiday, and we can't wait to join in. But we did a fake one.
No, we had the food.
We had the food. The food was delicious. But when we were in Fredericksburg, Virginia in 2019, we had a Thanksgiving, but it was a week or two before the real Thanksgiving.
But we had the food. It was a lot of food.
It was a lot of food. It was delicious. But it wasn't, I mean, we kind of got the hang of it. We understand now what a Thanksgiving is or how it works. But it was fake because it wasn't on the right day. So this time we're going to be doing Thanksgiving.
It was a nice thing to do because we get to taste all the food. So that was very
we know the food. We know the turkey. We know the
marshmallow thing.
The marshmallow salad. Oh, we've got somebody here saying that they remember Fredericksburg. So maybe you were at that Thanksgiving.
Oh, in Fredericksburg there was a beautiful thrift shop.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I saw like the jewelry for a Norwegian folk costume, but it was for women folk costumes. So I didn't buy it, but that was kind of cool seeing.
Yeah.
It was like the jewelry that women from my area are wearing. So there's probably some connections. Maybe there have been someone from that area there also. Well, there's Norwegians everywhere.
Lots of people, because we're talking about all the shopping, the thrifts shopping and all the stuff we buy. A lot of people asking if we'll ever do a tour of our house. We should never say never. We don't plan to do a tour of our house as of now, but we are planning to do a tour of a room in our house. So I guess we're sort of kind of maybe doing
And
it.
also the studio maybe.
Oh yeah, and the studio.
The messy one.
Kind of messy.
But then people will tell us how we can clean.
Well, that would be good. We need some
No,
help.
I don't need that. Maybe Marie Kondo comes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
tell us, is it Marie Kondo?
To put it this way, if,
Tell us how to fold or the underwear.
no, if
or
we show
the balls.
if we show our studio and Marie Kondo sees that video, she's gonna have nightmares.
Yeah.
They're gonna haunt her until she actually shows up here and says.
I said, someone asked for the yellow room. It's the green room. We think about showing you the green room.
We haven't done the yellow room.
The yellow
yet.
is still grey-ish.
Yeah.
And we plan to do the pink room next week.
Yeah.
Because we have to do the pink room.
Yeah.
next
So
week.
we're painting our upstairs living room, which we call the library, because that's where we store all our books. So I guess it is a library. But saying the library sounds very pretentious.
It's like the coffee table books and
all our reference books.
novels
are
we
there.
haven't read and
Yeah.
things like that. That's in that room.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
it's
in the green room we have all the books that I have read because I read more. And if you want to read those books, you have to go to the green room.
But anyway, it's a living room upstairs because we've got a couple of sitting rooms. But the one upstairs is where we watch television, and we have. But I don't like calling it the TV room. And then if you call it the library, it sounds very pretentious
posh.
because you know we don't live
We
in
don't
a
have a
mansion.
library.
So it's but it's kind of it's the place where we store our books. We call it a sitting room. We're painting that pink. And I think it's going to look amazing.
But it's kind of like it's almost like a library.
Yeah, well, it is a library. We just don't want to call it
Because,
that.
like, if we have the guests and they want to go to the bathroom, we say go upstairs and go through the bookshelves.
Yeah, and then on
Because
the
you
other
have to
side.
go through a bookshelf to get into the bathroom.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that's a thing. We're painting that room pink, and then downstairs we're painting the dining room in yellow. And we have now officially decided that we're going to be painting the dining room in India yellow.
The cow.
The cow. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Yeah,
that the word?
it's in India they feed the cows mango leaves, and then their pea is becomes that very strong yellow, and that's the yellow we're going to be painting. And the reason is because in the evenings when we light the room with artificial light, it's going to look very warm and very beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's Farah and Ball's India yellow for our dining room, and our library. So our upstairs sitting room is going to be in a color called setting plaster. That is a dusty pink. We had another one, ground pink, from Farah and Ball, but it was lighter. And setting plaster is darker.
The cow is kind of a little bit dirty yellow, but
it's nice.
in the evening when you have lamps next to that yellow, it glows more, and it also changes through the day. So when the sun comes into the room, it gets lighter, and with no sun in the evening, it's darker, almost towards brown. So it's a very nice color. The other one was a little bit too
light.
Too light.
You know, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna paint a room yellow, you have to go bold or go home. I mean, you can't find this yellow that almost looks like white, because that's not. Then it's gonna look like
but some
white.
of them looks white on a sunny day. They look
So we
white
wanted
when the sun is shining.
some punch. Like a. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing.
We
I also read a lot of color. Color. I also read a lot of comments about Helmer. Some people don't know that Helmer was rehomed in May. He now lives with an elderly couple in Lillehammer, so not so far away from here. They don't travel. Helmer has horrific separation anxiety. And as we started traveling, every time we left, we inflicted a lot of pain in him. He got very upset, and we felt that we couldn't keep him because that would be very unfair on him. So yes, he had to leave. We sent him back to his original owners, who sent him to the breeder because the breeder wanted him there for a month to assess the situation, and then the breeder rehomed him with a family that she knew. And it's an elderly couple. I mean, not elderly, they're probably around our age. Grown-up kids. They love doing a lot of walking.
And they don't travel.
And they don't travel, but they do a lot of, they go out in nature in Norway. And so he is, he is with somebody all the time, and there's no separation anxiety.
And now it's probably gray.
Yeah.
Because he was changing. The last picture we saw, he was more gray in his face.
Last photo we saw, he was shifting to a beautiful blue-gray, but getting lighter as well. The color was, so it's very sad.
So
we were devastated. We couldn't talk about it.
It's best for him. We couldn't talk about it.
For a long time. I mean, it took from March till August before we could talk about it, because it was very painful for us. And those asking how my parents are doing fine. Although I did have a scare with my mother 2 days ago, and I was considering what to do, because my dad sent me a text telling me that she had COVID. And that was devastating, because you don't know with this. I mean, I've had it once, twice, and the first time I almost died. And my mom does have some lung issues as well. But then I called my dad, and he had spoken with the nurses at the place where she's staying, and they said she was asymptomatic. They tested her on the Thursday, the day we left Sweden. They tested her, and then the results came back on, I think it was on Monday. I don't know why it took so long, but she was completely asymptomatic. They tested her again this morning. She's fine. She doesn't have symptoms anymore, and she doesn't have COVID anymore, so she's okay. No symptoms whatsoever. My dad went to take a test. He's fine as well, so it's okay. And now we're still figuring out the living situation of my mother. She's in a temporary home, but we are looking for a nice place. And we did see a beautiful place that actually has a decor. It's furnished so that it doesn't look like an institution. And she would get her own room that we could furnish. It's got a beautiful view of the sea, and you can probably smell the ocean, since she can't really see very well. And and people missed that that I had COVID a second time. Yeah, both Arne and I. Well, you don't know because you never tested, but I did.
I wasn't sick.
I had COVID again in the summer, and it actually only lasted for a day. I was asymptomatic as well. I had a little headache, and I kind of could recognize the headache from the first time I had COVID, although it wasn't as deadly painful this time. And so I took a test, and I tested positive, but the day after I had no headache. So having COVID the second time felt like kind of like the same as getting the booster. I got the booster vaccine, and I had a little bit of that headache, and that was it.
And I probably had it, but I can't feel anything.
Yeah.
So
in Norway, we don't have to test anymore. And in Norway, actually, if we have it now, we can go out anyway. So that's the way it is here right now. It's changed. People's life here has changed dramatically compared to what it was like even 6-7 months ago. So in Norway, it's no longer a threat, apparently. So the people are not having the problems that we had in the beginning, I guess.
no,
So
it's not.
yeah. So you know that it is around, and you have to just be careful. But I caught it now, and it was fine. So my mom was fine, thankfully, completely asymptomatic, which is great. And we will be traveling back to Sweden again sometime in October to say hello and see how she is.
And now the sun is going down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, somebody said to call it our media room. We could call it our media room.
A media room, because we also have the DVD player.
But the media, we don't like putting TVs as the center of a room. So we painted a bookshelf. We have a custom built bookshelf, and we painted it in a color from Farrow & Ball called Railings, which is very dark. And then we put the TV in there so it disappears. So it's kind of like, I think it's more a library that maybe we should be pretentious.
So when it's when the TV is not on, you can hardly see it because it's black in the black bookshelf.
The record player.
Put the painting on.
Yeah, there's no record player in that room. The record player is down in our dining room, because the dining room is the room that gets the best light in the morning and in the afternoon. And so that is the room we use the most.
Yeah. And we have a record player in the guest house or the guest room, the green room, and we have one more which we have to fix.
Hmm.
But the guy who sold it to us, he's never around, so I don't know. The store is always closed, so
Yeah. So I guess we'll call it the library.
the
Well, let's be
library.
pretentious and let's call it the the
Yeah.
library.
And
The
you're the
dining.
lord,
Yeah, Lord of the Manor.
lord of the manor.
The dining room has a sofa and some very nice upholstered chairs in it. So it's kind of like a both. You know, you can sit and
The reading
comfortably-
room. That's a nice.
Oh, the reading room. That's a nice. Yeah, because we got a chair that we have by the window where we can read.
because
reading room.
Because yeah, the reading room is a good name.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a reading room. Fabulous dining room.
Or a
dog.
study. Maybe it's a study.
A study.
But we don't have a desk in it.
No, but that will be in the other house.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of kärt barn har många namn,
Yeah.
as you say in
This is a-
Norwegian. It means that a child you love has many names.
Yeah.
So we can call the library
This
the media room, the study, the reading room.
I like the reading room.
So, yeah.
The quiet room.
Okay.
That's nice.
Arne,
Okay.
I'm wondering if our 15 minutes are up. We have dinner to prepare. See, this is the thing when we do sit in it for a bit live, and then we get hungry because it's that time of the day for us. We're going to go have dinner now.
Yeah.
And you guys, depending on where you are in the world, might be getting ready for breakfast or lunch, or maybe you are up in the middle of the night.
Or early in the morning.
Yeah, if you're in
Yeah.
Australia, you're definitely up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
So,
But we have to get some food and what more?
yeah, get some food and
Not
go
much
go up to the media
The
room
reading room or
to watch some TV.
Yeah. Because we have a meeting in tomorrow.
we have a very
We have to
important
get up early.
yeah, very important meeting, a creative one. So those tend to be a lot of fun. So we have to drive far away. Arne has already declared that he will be knitting in the car, which means I will be driving.
Yeah.
And it's my pleasure.
I have some loose ends. I have to sew in some ends.
Yeah, you drove me for 20 years. Now it's my
It's your
turn.
turn.
Freya is declaring that there is a moose around here. So
Moose,
we'll-
moose.
yeah, moose. And yeah, we've got some formalities. We hope you're enjoying sit and knit for a bit live, with all the comments and the interaction. We're sorry if we can't answer every comment, although we do our best to read them all. And if you do like this, give it a big thumbs up and tell us in the comments how much you love it, because you do, right? Of course you do. And yeah, comment, interact. What else?
And remember to subscribe. And if you like the episodes, put your thumbs up.
Yeah.
Put on the notification if you're a subscriber.
Put it on a notification if you're a subscriber. Be sure to subscribe, and then go to our website and subscribe to a newsletter. Because if you've missed the fact that we're going to Nashville, it's because you're not subscribing to our newsletter. Because that's where we usually announce those things.
And tonight I'm going to follow my physiotherapist's advice. I have to change my work and do different things, not constantly the same. So now I will stop knitting on this one and I will do this one.
Yeah.
Tonight.
And I will be monitoring you very closely because you can only do it for a certain amount of time before you have to rest your arm.
Yeah.
As always, it's been very fun. I agree with everybody commenting that. So thank you so much for watching. And also, one more thing. We're still doing Sit in It for a Bit from a tiny little mobile phone.
That's why we're doing this.
Because Eric hasn't been here yet. Eric is coming on Saturday, and hopefully he will show us how to do Sit in It for a Bit from the computer. So
we can read easier.
So we can read the comments easier and to do everything easier. So yeah, so that's happening soon. But from last week until this week, I do know now how to turn off.
Okay, let's see if you can do it.
So I can do it now. So hopefully. So thank you so much for watching. And we will see you. We've got a Sunday episode coming. And then we've got a new Sit in It for a Bit from our home next week. And we're looking forward to interacting with you then. So thank you so much for watching. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Freya.
Oh, Freya's here.
Bye.
Bye.
Come, Freya.
Come, Freya.
Come. No, she don't want to come.
She don't want to come.
No. Freya.
Ah, there she is.
Si ha det, Freja.
Ha det!
Bye. Bye.
Oh.
Huh?
It didn't work. We're still here. Okay, one more time.